Well, this series that Glen Copple has created, Getting to Know Jesus, is one of the best tools that I've seen for doing this, because it takes the approach of taking you right back into history, right at the time, as if you were walking with Jesus at the time that it was happening. And that's the thing I like about it. And it helps people to understand better. It covers the whole story. It brings references in. It allows you to study and meditate on the Word as we're supposed to, as well as giving some examples, some good examples of exactly what Jesus did, how He did it, why He did it, when He did it, so that we can understand how He modeled all these things for us.
What I like about Getting to Know Jesus is that it is very complete. You start from the beginning to the end, and when you are done with this, survey and this study, you will really know who Jesus is, what He did, and how you can apply Him to your everyday life.
What I've liked best about Getting to Know Jesus is the way the lessons are all put together.
I had new clarity, and it began to transform my lukewarm understanding and ideals about this. And I began to recognize, and the reason I'm here today, is I began to recognize that this material, when shared with people, would become a motivating factor, a transformational factor in their life, giving them the ability to actually live their lives according to the way that Jesus was explaining to us to live ours. In addition to that, it's interesting. Think about the way the New Testament is written, not being critical or judgmental, but you had to go to each and every one of those separate books to try to figure out all the information according to what was actually happening. The way Glen has put it together, I can view a lesson with all the Gospels laid down next to one another and get the entire picture of how even the writers were seeing it differently, a little bit differently, but it shows also a strengthening of the fact that the storyline is complete, even after all those years. The recognition, the words of Christ Himself, all of it comes through, and it becomes a complete picture.
What I like best about Getting to Know Jesus is the format. The lessons are formatted in a way that they present the Gospels side by side in any given lesson. And then the commentary breaks it down verse by verse. And at the end of each study, there's questions for each person to reflect and to implement into their life.
I like the discussion questions because they make you dig deeper to think about what was going on at that time through these events.
What I like best about Getting to Know Jesus is how thorough and detailed the studies are. Getting to Know Jesus has given me the journey that Jesus went through His life in a very, very thorough and very distinctive way, with the comparisons of the various Gospels, Matthew, Mark, and the various Gospels all together visible in one lesson.
When I think about Jesus, I think about the most profound story in the Bible.